Are you still trying to figure out which modular toolbox system is best for you? In my last video, I compared 4 of the top brands and took a detailed look at their 3 main boxes: the rolling box, the medium toolbox, and the small toolbox. While these 3 boxes are a great way to get started, one of the next items I recommend picking up is a crate. I also recommend getting some organizers, but I'll talk about and compare those in my next video. Before you comment,
just use a milk crate and save some money.
Stick around to see how much sturdier and convenient these are over the old-fashioned milk crate. Hopefully you've seen my last video where I reviewed and compared the 3 stacks from Milwaukee Packout, Husky Buildout, Klein Modbox, and Ridgid Pro Gear System 2.0. I tried to highlight all of the pros and cons so you could buy the best one to suit your needs. I wish I could continue the battle between these systems in this video, but sadly Klein Modbox does not currently offer a crate. It's not even listed as coming soon on their website, so I don't think it'll be released anytime soon. Let's get into the details of these crates, starting with pricing. Husky comes in the lowest at $34.97. Ridgid is 1 cent more at $34.98, and Packout is the most expensive at $49.97. Packout is the smallest overall, measuring 16 1/4 from side to side, just over 13 on the side from front to back, and it narrows down to 12 3/4 in the middle. It's about 9 1/4 inches tall, but if you want to stack another box on top, you have to stay below 8 1/2 inches. Ridgid is a bit bigger, measuring 20 inches side to side, about 11 inches front to back, and it's about 9 inches tall. Buildout is the largest, measuring 15 1/2 inches in the middle. It tapers to 13 inches front to back, and is about 11 1/4 inches tall. The corners also provide some extra room and are 20 1/2 inches from side to side. And might as well measure the milk crate. Mine is 12 inches by 12 inches by 10 1/2 inches tall. Moving on to the weight. Buildout is the heaviest at 7 pounds 10 ounces. Packout is a couple pounds less at 5 pounds. Ridgid is the lightest of these 3 at 4 pounds 10 ounces. And the milk crate is only 2 pounds 8 ounces. The weight capacities are pretty interesting. Ridgid is rated for 50 pounds. Packout is also rated for 50 pounds. And Buildout is rated for twice as much at 100 pounds. I'm confident the Packout crate can hold more than 50, but I think the wall cleat is the limiting factor for that rating. As I mentioned earlier, these are not your basic milk crates. They all have some unique features that can make your toolbox setup much more versatile. But the main feature and advantage over a basic milk crate is the ability to connect these crates to the other toolboxes. The Ridgid connecting mechanism consists of this manual rotating bar. One small difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2 items is the appearance of the bar. The crate has a black coating and is rubberized. The Gen 2 boxes are silver and have a plastic grip instead of the rubber. The crate easily attaches to any box below, and it can hold any full-size box above. However, the half-size organizers are not compatible. The Buildout items use spring-loaded side latches. I think this connection method is quicker and more secure than Ridgid. This mechanism is very easy to operate since you can release the crate using the integrated latch or push down the button on the lid below. Connecting boxes on top of the crate is also very easy and secure. The Packout crate has 12 feet that lock into the lid below and are released using the single front latch. The connection to the item below is the best of these 3, but if you want to stack items on top, the edges of the cleat make it a bit trickier. I found that you have to push a lot harder and make sure it's even for the middle latch to fall into place. Half boxes like these organizers sort of work, but they are more or less just balancing because they can't really lock into anything. The half organizers work a bit better when you install the Milwaukee divider. There's a triangle on the back supporting the back foot, and it prevents the box from twisting as much. I got this divider from Ohio Power Tool, for $17.97, and I'll link it down below in the description. Personally, I wish Milwaukee had made the divider sturdier, but I've seen it work well for many people. Speaking of dividers, the Ridgid crate does not have any slots running front to back, but there are 2 slots on the sides. The ribs are about 1/4 inch apart and can accept some DIY plywood dividers. I don't think it was intentional, but the orange organizer from the larger 2.0 boxes can fit in the back of the crate. It's not rock solid because it can still rotate a bit, but it's snug enough for me. The front of the crate tapers in a bit, so the organizer doesn't fit in the front, but it fits in the back. The Husky crate does not have any slots, but I think some custom inserts could be made and work well. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested. For a more modular organization route, I use my XL bins. I originally made these XL bins for Packout totes and bags, but I keep finding more ways to use them. They are great for storing hand tools, accessories, and even fasteners. I offer 2 sizes, a 2x4 and a 4x4, which allows you to maximize space in these different shaped crates. The 4x4 bin set is sold in 2 varieties, plain or with 1 single divider and 1 double divider. I also designed these bins so you can place a 2x4 inside the 4x4 to divide up the space as well. Check these out and more of my modular toolbox accessories on my website, whyhedesigns.com. A simple but important feature is the ergonomics of the handles. Ridgid has a small ledge and the rotating latches can function as handles, but they are a bit thin for my liking. Buildout's bottom release latch is fairly ergonomic, but depending on where you have it in the crate, it might be awkward to carry that way. The top ledge is deeper than Ridgid, but it might not be the most comfortable if you have it loaded up to the maximum capacity. The Packout crate has more fully integrated handles. There are ribs on the inside that provide some texture, but might be uncomfortable for some users. One way all of these crates could improve is if the companies released a rotating center handle similar to the one on Craftsman VersaStack or Craftsman TradeStack. The most unique feature about the Packout crate is the wall cleat strip on the back. The 4 feet can slide into Milwaukee wall plates or be hung on the Packout 2-wheel cart. Another option to consider, but I haven't seen anyone talk about yet, is hanging a crate on the lid. I think this could be a great way to increase access to all of your tools without having anything resting on the ground. Obviously, this would put a lot of stress on the hinge, so a quick and dirty solution is tying some rope to the lid. But if you would be interested in a more permanent and sturdy attachment that would help with this, comment below. This 1.0 Ridgid crate lacks other special features, but I hope a new 2.0 crate comes out soon that includes the fix and go cleats. The new boxes have integrated cleats on the back, and most boxes include wall mounts, so you can create a similar setup to the Milwaukee one for much less money. As I've mentioned in previous videos, the unique feature on Husky Buildout is the side accessory rail. The crate has rail segments on the 4 corners and a strip on the front and back. Currently, these red hooks are the only accessory available, but more have been teased in promotional videos. The rails also include a cutout on the front and back, so you can hang a drill. Before I crown my favorite full-size crate, I have an honorable mention. About 2 years ago, I made this folding crate Packout compatible. At that time, I made a short video showing how I made it. The same process can be easily replicated if you buy this crate for yourself or any normal milk crate. I'll have links to the build video and the supplies to make your own crate in the description. Of these 3 crates, my personal favorite is Husky Buildout. It's the cheapest, biggest, just as sturdy if not more than Milwaukee Packout, and the accessory rails are super cool. If you're stuck on the fact that it's not from Milwaukee, I'm sure sooner than later people will be attaching this crate to their Packout stacks using aftermarket feet. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'd appreciate it if you checked out my website link below, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Toolbox content. See ya!